Today, I want to share a journey that bridges the inner realms of spiritual awakening with the very real threat of global conflict that looms over our world. Imagine a world where the turbulence of political strife is mirrored by the storm within our hearts, where every thought and emotion we experience contributes to the larger narrative of either peace or chaos. In this video, we will explore the powerful idea that the seeds of war may be sown not just on distant battlefields or in high-stakes boardrooms, but deep within our inner consciousness. We are here to delve into how inner transformation, through practices like meditation, mindfulness, and the cultivation of compassion, can alter the course of history by healing the wounds of fear and anger. My purpose is to invite you to consider the profound impact that a shift in our personal consciousness can have on our global community, suggesting that each one of us holds the power to influence a world teetering on the edge of conflict. Throughout this video, we will uncover the true meaning of spiritual awakening, share scientific insights that validate the benefits of inner calm, and listen to real-life stories of those who have transformed their lives through these practices. We will also draw upon the timeless wisdom of ancient Buddhist teachings and other spiritual traditions, weaving together lessons on peace, compassion, and the possibility of overcoming the forces of aggression that drive us toward war. Join me in this heartfelt exploration as we ponder the possibility that true peace starts from within, and that by awakening our inner light, we might steer our world away from the precipice of conflict and toward a future defined by harmony. As we embark on this journey together, I encourage you to open your mind and heart, reflect on your own inner transformation, and consider how each small step towards self-awareness contributes to the collective healing of our society. Understanding spiritual awakening. In this segment, we dive deep into what it truly means to awaken spiritually in our everyday lives, exploring a journey that is both intimate and transformative. Spiritual awakening is the process of becoming aware of our inner self, stepping away from the relentless noise of the outer world to listen to the gentle, profound wisdom that resides within our hearts. At its very core, it is about embracing simple yet powerful practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and compassion, tools that enable us to connect with our deepest truths and live more authentically. Meditation invites us to pause and create a quiet sanctuary within, where the chaos of everyday life gradually gives way to clarity, calm, and a profound sense of inner peace. Mindfulness, on the other hand, allows us to fully embrace the present moment, encouraging us to observe every experience without judgment, so that even the smallest details become doorways to greater awareness. And then there is compassion, the gentle power of the heart, which teaches us to connect deeply not only with others but also with ourselves, fostering a world where empathy and kindness lead the way. In essence, spiritual awakening is not a destination, but a continuous journey of self-discovery and inner growth, where every moment holds the potential for transformation and renewed understanding. As you listen, I invite you to pause and reflect on your own experience, to remember those moments when you felt truly awake, aware, and connected to something greater than yourself. What does awakening mean to you? Let this question linger in your mind as you journey deeper into the realm of spiritual awakening, ready to uncover the hidden depths of your inner world and embrace the transformative power of self-awareness. World War III as a metaphor for inner conflict. In this moment, I invite you to consider that what we often label as World War III might be less about the clash of armies on distant battlefields and more about the silent wars waged within the depths of our own hearts and minds. When we speak of global conflict, our minds immediately envision tanks, missiles, and battlefields, yet there exists another kind of war, one that unfolds quietly within us in the battles of fear, anger, and greed that we all carry. Imagine that every surge of fear, every burst of anger, and every whisper of greed is like a small skirmish, a tiny battle that contributes to a larger, unseen war taking place inside our very beings. Consider this: the global tension and harsh headlines of conflict we see outside are, in fact, mirrors reflecting the turbulence within each individual, where every external act of aggression echoes an internal unrest. It is as if the storm raging outside, with its political strife and international discord, is nothing more than a grand reflection of the storm that rages within our own hearts and minds. Let us embrace a dual perspective. On one hand, the visible, physical manifestations of war with all its destructive power, and on the other, the subtle yet potent wars waged within our inner landscapes, fought with our thoughts and emotions. Picture your mind as a vast, uncharted landscape where every thought has the power to nurture peace or ignite conflict, much like a single spark can warm a home or set a forest ablaze. To illustrate this powerful idea, envision a tempest outside with its raging winds and torrential rains as a vivid reflection of the inner storm of conflicting emotions that oscillate between calm and chaos within us. How do your inner conflicts reflect the state of the world around you? In this thought-provoking exploration, I invite you to delve into the profound connection between the battles that rage inside each of us and the larger conflicts we witness in our society, questioning the very essence of what we call war. When we begin to see that the seeds of global discord may first be sown in the fertile soil of our internal struggles, we understand that true peace is not merely a political triumph but a deeply personal revolution. Allow this perspective to inspire you to look inward, to nurture those parts of yourself that long for harmony, and to recognize that healing your inner world is a profound contribution to healing our global tapestry. Let these reflections serve as a gentle reminder that every small act of inner peace ripples outward, and that the journey toward a harmonious world begins with the courageous act of self-awareness and transformation. The power of inner transformation. Let us delve into the profound journey where the smallest acts of meditation and compassion create ripples that extend far beyond our inner worlds, touching and transforming society in ways we might not even imagine. Consider the ripple effect. Just as a tiny pebble cast into a still pond sends out concentric waves, every mindful breath, every moment of compassion sends energy rippling outward, gradually transforming not only our own inner landscapes but also the world around us. Each practice of meditation is a deliberate act of turning inward, calming the storm of thoughts and emotions, and in doing so, it nurtures a wellspring of inner peace that begins to influence our actions and interactions. Scientific studies affirm what many of us have felt in our hearts. Regular meditation has been shown to reduce stress and anger, lower cortisol levels, and enhance our resilience, offering tangible evidence that inner work leads to outer benefits. Research highlights that when we take time to center ourselves, our bodies and minds respond by shedding the heavy burdens of stress, creating a state of balance that can ripple outward into more mindful and compassionate actions in our daily lives. Let me share with you the moving story of a war veteran, a man whose life was once marred by the scars of conflict and the haunting memories of violence, whose every day was clouded by the turmoil of his past. This veteran, burdened by the weight of his memories, discovered the healing power of spiritual practice. He began with the simple, brave act of sitting in silence, turning his gaze inward, and allowing meditation to soothe the wounds that war had inflicted upon his soul. As he embraced the practices of meditation and cultivated a deep sense of compassion, the storms of anger and sorrow that once raged within him gave way to a serene reservoir of peace, a calm so profound that it began to radiate outward, touching the lives of those around him. His journey from inner chaos to a state of inner calm stands as a powerful testament to the idea that personal transformation is not an isolated miracle, but rather the starting point for a collective movement towards peace and healing. When we nurture our inner world, every mindful moment becomes a seed planted in the fertile soil of our soul, a seed that, when tended with care, blossoms into actions that foster a culture of compassion and understanding in the wider community. I invite you to reflect deeply. Could changing your inner world truly help create a more peaceful outer world? Imagine that every time you choose mindfulness over reactivity or compassion over judgment, you are contributing to a global tapestry of peace. As you consider this possibility, let the power of inner transformation fill you with hope, empowering you to embark on your own journey towards healing. A journey that not only transforms your life but also radiates outward, inspiring others to do the same. Remember, every moment of inner calm, every act of mindfulness and compassion creates ripples that contribute to the collective healing of our world, turning personal transformation into a beacon of hope that lights the way to a more peaceful future. Impact on leadership and decision-making. The way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act do not just shape our personal lives, they extend beyond us, influencing communities, shaping societies, and even guiding the direction of nations. When a shift occurs in collective consciousness, the ripple effect reaches far beyond the individual. It affects leadership, governance, and the very fabric of decision-making at the highest levels. Imagine a world where leaders are deeply attuned to the principles of mindfulness, where decisions are made not from a place of fear, greed, or personal ambition, but from a place of wisdom, inner peace, and the sincere intention to serve humanity. History has shown us that when individuals embrace inner peace, their influence can extend beyond personal transformation and become a force for global change. Figures like Mahatma Gandhi, the Dalai Lama, and countless spiritual advocates throughout history have demonstrated that inner serenity is not just a personal journey. It is a guiding force that shapes the world. Gandhi, through his unwavering commitment to nonviolence, led a movement that freed an entire nation, not with weapons, not with force, but with an unshakable belief in peace and moral strength. His leadership was not fueled by anger or revenge, but by deep spiritual conviction and self-discipline. The Dalai Lama, despite facing exile and witnessing the suffering of his people, has continued to spread messages of compassion, forgiveness, and wisdom, emphasizing that true power does not lie in control or domination, but in kindness, understanding, and the ability to see beyond one's own pain. Even in modern times, leaders who practice mindfulness and cultivate an inner sense of calm bring a different energy to their leadership. They do not react impulsively. They do not make decisions rooted in fear. Instead, they create policies and actions that reflect patience, wisdom, and the ability to truly listen. When leaders embrace mindfulness and compassion, they make choices not out of personal gain, but out of true service to the people they lead. They see beyond temporary conflicts and seek long-term harmony, understanding that war, division, and exploitation only breed more suffering. What if every leader in the world sat in meditation before making a decision? What if they took a deep breath, centered themselves, and allowed wisdom, not impulse, to guide their actions? How different would our world be if leadership was rooted in peace instead of power struggles? If collective consciousness continues to shift, if more and more individuals cultivate inner peace, then over time, those individuals will rise to positions of influence. They will become the ones making decisions, shaping policies, and leading movements that do not divide, but unite. The path to a better world is not just about who leads, it's about how they lead and whether that leadership is born from a place of peace. True leadership begins within. It is not found in titles, in wealth, or in authority. It is found in the quiet strength of a mind that has mastered itself, in the calm certainty of a heart that chooses wisdom over reaction, peace over war, and compassion over division. Building a community of peace. In this segment, we explore the transformative power of small, daily acts of kindness and compassion that, when practiced consistently, weave together a tapestry of peace capable of mending the deepest social fractures. Every gentle smile, every word of encouragement, every selfless gesture becomes like a drop in a vast ocean, and as these drops converge, they create a powerful ripple effect that spreads warmth and hope across communities, gradually transforming the everyday into an act of mindful resistance against chaos. Around the world, there are living examples of this truth. Communities where neighbors gather for collective meditation, share meals, and engage in simple acts of service, turning ordinary routines into sacred rituals that dissolve long-standing tensions and nurture a spirit of togetherness and harmony. Consider a small village where, each morning, residents come together in a moment of shared silence and gratitude, a daily ritual that has gradually replaced division with a profound sense of belonging, healing old wounds and fostering an environment of mutual respect and collective care. In urban neighborhoods, abandoned spaces are transformed into vibrant gardens and installations of art, a testament to how creativity, nurtured by mindful practice, can convert desolation into opportunities for connection, healing, and renewed growth, demonstrating that beauty and peace can emerge from even the most challenging environments. These examples remind us that when we nurture our inner worlds through practices of mindfulness and compassion, our personal transformation radiates outward, becoming a vital part of a larger movement that not only changes us but also reshapes the very fabric of our society toward peace. Each mindful decision to act with kindness plants a seed that, nurtured over time, blossoms into movements that challenge division and heal communities, reminding us that the smallest acts can spark monumental change when they converge like streams feeding a mighty river. Every single one of us carries the power to make a difference, no matter how small it may seem. Each kind word, each compassionate gesture, is a vital building block in creating a culture of peace that stretches far beyond the self and reaches into every corner of our shared world. As you listen to these reflections, I encourage you to consider the impact of your own daily practices. Whether it's a smile offered to a stranger, a moment of genuine empathy, or simply choosing to be present in your interactions. These actions, though they may seem small, are the very foundation upon which a revolution of peace is built. In the grand tapestry of humanity, each thread of compassion and every act of mindfulness contributes to a resilient, vibrant fabric capable of withstanding the challenges of a turbulent world and weaving together a future founded on love, mutual respect, and enduring peace. Before we continue on this journey, I leave you with this question: how can your everyday acts of kindness spark a revolution of peace? As we reach the end of this heartfelt journey together, I want to bring us back to the profound truth that has woven through every moment of our exploration today. We began by understanding that spiritual awakening is not merely a personal quest, but a transformative force that bridges our inner peace with the possibility of global harmony. Throughout our time together, we have seen how nurturing our inner world through mindfulness, meditation, and compassion sends ripples of change that extend far beyond ourselves, gradually shaping a more harmonious society. Our journey took us from the gentle art of awakening within to witnessing how inner transformation touches our communities, influences leadership, and molds the fabric of our collective existence. I leave you with this powerful reminder: war begins in the mind. When we cultivate inner peace, the world around us transforms into a sanctuary of harmony and understanding. Let us embrace this vision and challenge ourselves to see that every small act of inner change is a vital piece in the grand mosaic of global peace. I invite you now to reflect deeply and share your thoughts. What do you think about the link between spirituality and global conflict? Please leave your reflections in the comments below. And if you believe in the transformative power of inner change, please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue this journey together toward a more peaceful and enlightened world. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May your inner light shine ever brighter, inspiring not only your own transformation but also the healing of our shared world.